that we want to do is just get our dogs to walk onto the bed. So with a treat, you're going to lead your dog onto the bed. Once all 4 paws are there, Nova already knows the next step. We're going to say yes, and we're going to give her the treat. So we're going to do that a few times. Again, walk her off, walk her onto the bed. Once all 4 paws, yes, good girl. Here. And when we do that a few times, then we'll add in a vocal cue. So we always do a few times of an exercise with no words, because what happens is if you introduce them too early, your dog doesn't listen to them because they don't know what it is, and then you've ruined introducing the word. So what you want to do is once she knows, then go, Nova, bed. Yes, good girl. And we'll introduce a sit. Yes. Here.
She's amazing.
Bed. She likes to work. Yes, good
good
girl.
That's good.
So once she kind of gets the idea of that, you can introduce the lie down as well. So we can ask her to go to bed, sit and down if you want. And then you can introduce a stay. So a stay is stay in the position I've put you in until I return back to you. We always want to walk back to our dogs with a stay because we want them to know that we're going to come back to them. So if your dog is unsure of you leaving them, doesn't like being left alone, a stay when you walk away and come back is going to be reassuring to them because they know you're going to return to them. So it makes them a lot more relaxed. So with the stay, what we're going to do with the flat hand, we're going to ask them to stay. Yes. So we're going to introduce time first. Time's a lot more reliable over distance. Stay. Yes. Me having her stay for a minute, 2 minutes talking to you, I can use that. That's beneficial to me.
What do you mean by time?
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build up the time. So I'm going to hold it maybe for 5 seconds. You're going to start with 1, build it up to 5 slowly. Yes. Stay. And you're literally just going to add the time on step by step. So once they're comfortable with you staying for a while, not moving, you can introduce stay. Hand signals are really important. Dogs' first language is body language. They watch you before they listen to you. So make sure when you're introducing a new exercise, you're consistent then with the hand signal. So our hand signal for stay is a flat hand. And then slowly, if you see your dog is going to move there, like Nova jerked, I slowed down, I stopped for a second before I continued. Dog training should always be a game. Your dog always wins. They're not winning, we have to take a step back, make it a little bit easier so they do.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Your dog always has to be winning. Now, we did get a letter from a viewer just wondering about people coming to the house and the dog barking.
Yes, exactly. So this go to bed exercise is perfect for when people come over to their house. Particularly if your dog does bark, what they're doing, they might be a little bit nervous of people coming in, unsure of who's coming into their house. What they're doing by barking is they've given themselves a job to do. Barking is a self-rewarding exercise, so every time they do it, it feels good. They feel like they've done their job. They're all proud of themselves. So what you want to do is get them out of that habit as quickly as possible. So teaching them to go to bed and staying there is their new job then when people come over. Once that happens, they're happy staying in their bed, give them a Dentastick, a chewy toy, a carrot. Frozen carrots are great to keep them occupied and give them something to do that's nice and tasty. So they go, it's grand, that person is doing their job, I'm doing my job, we're nice and happy.
Brilliant.
What you also want them to do is if your dog is nervous of new people coming into the house, let them be in their bed. Don't force the dog to say hello to the new person, anything like that. Let them relax until they're comfortable.
We also had a question from an Anne in Roscommon, and the gist of her query was that they all sleep upstairs, the dog sleeps downstairs, the dog has started to make noise when they're upstairs, doesn't want to be down there. How do you deal with that situation?
Totally understandable. Your dog, particularly when they're a puppy, they've come from sleeping with their brothers and sisters and their mom, they're used to the company, and now they're by themselves. It's a big change for them. So it can take a couple of weeks, up to 3 months for your dog to fully settle into your house. So you have to give them a little bit of time to relax and get used to the new routine is the first thing. Secondly then, what you want to do is you want to set up their bed. You want to make sure that it's nice and comfy and cozy, that they have their own little section. Crate training is a brilliant thing for this situation. Crates, dogs really like them. Doing exercises like this, that you're teaching them to go to a bed, getting them to lie down, relax at their bed becomes a positive thing. When you guys are going to bed then, give them something nice and tasty to do. Now, nothing that's going to fill up their bellies so that they have to go to the toilet in half an hour, and then wake everyone back up again. So, you know, frozen carrots are great, Dentastick, frozen Kongs, things like that. What you want to do as well is make sure they don't have whatever toy or chew that you're giving them any other time of the day except when they're going to bed, and they get that special treat when they're going to bed.
Hope that answers your question, Anne. All this talk of bed, I need my nap now, so I'm going to go back to you guys in the studio.